Hello guys, hello everyone, I'm so glad to see all of you here during my tutorial, and our today's topic will be how to draw a universe or sky or Milky Way, and I will show you cool techniques how to do that with my new brush set that I created recently. So I hope you will like that, and let's get started. Well guys, we can start, but before that, let's create texture paper and I will tell you how to do that. So first of all, we need to create a layers, couple of, and on the top layer we will go insert the file and we will go and move to my paper, and today I choose rectangle shape for my painting, so perfect. And now I need to duplicate that and move to linear burn mode and color burn. And now I need to duplicate that a couple of times, maybe even 3 times would be great, and merge that together. And after lower the opacity, I think till that one is fine. You can lower the opacity at color burn, but I think it's fine. Yeah, great. And group. So that's our texture paper, and we can even rename that and call it texture paper. So yep, we are ready. And now you need to draw underneath our texture paper if you want to keep this watercolor texture. And now we are ready to draw our Milky Way, our universe, and I want to tell you how to create 2 pictures that will have same scenery, but the sky will be different because we will draw it at night at dusk. And I'm gonna show you how to draw like right in the rectangle without going like behind the edges. So let's get started. So first step that we need to do, we will turn off one of the rectangles, and now go and grab selection tool, move it to automatic and invert, and now we selected the inner rectangle. And next step that we need to do, we need to create a new layer and draw right in a new layer. So you shouldn't be on a layer where we have our rectangle. And I'm gonna go and grab my BooStudio watercolor, and I will show you, for example. So you can draw just inside our rectangle, so you can't go behind. And as you might see, I do like this brush because it actually can help us to reach those watercolor look. It's very soft, very gentle, and if you press harder, it will give you more pigment. We need to move on a new layer that is above our mountain, and finally let's start drawing sky. Also guys, speaking about sky, you shouldn't use just one shade of a blue color, definitely not. Play around, use darker colors, lighter colors. That would be great, and that might help you to create this dimensional look. If you overlap our mountains, that's fine. You can erase if you like so, or you can just blend the colors together. Now blending tool, you can use Boo Gentle Blender, but I'm gonna use my new blender that is called Boo Huge Blender Watercolor. It's very nice, and as you might see, it can help you to reach those watercolor look. My other blender that is called Boo Sharp Blender Watercolor is also very good for mixing like a few colors together. huge blender. Okay, great. Let's move to next part. Well, and our next step, I want to make some parts of the scar darker. How can you do that? First step is you can just duplicate that and lower the opacity. That might be fine. So the other way, you might see, yeah, now it's darker. I can do that, fine. And second step, second way, how can you make some parts of the sky darker, or how can you highlight some parts in the mountains? So what I'm gonna do right now is you go to magic wand. Now first of all you need to go to selection tool, grab freehand, and now move some parts. For example this one, and after feather move it slightly, and after that hue saturation, hue saturation and brightness. You can darker some shades. You can make it more saturated, less saturated. I want to keep it that way. I just made it slightly darker. You might see that here. And I can merge some parts. Same from the other side. And I'm gonna go and merge and duplicate mountain layer, and after merge that together. And now I can blend some parts. You see, I want to reach this watercolor look. So next step that I'm gonna do is I need to highlight the middle part, the Milky Way, and I'll do same. I'm gonna go and grab my selection tool and grab the middle, after feather, hue saturation and brightness, and brighten it slightly. You might see that here now. So you see the middle part is pretty light. And the last part is stars. So how can you do that? You can go and grab eraser, studio pen, a mercury brush. I suggest you to take pretty sharp brushes. Go and move my selection tool, and I want to show highlights, hue saturation and brightness, and let's highlight some areas and blend. So great. So the last magic trick. We have our first mountain, and it's very, very lovely. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and create a new layer that is above our painting, and I'm gonna go and grab my white color. Oh wait, white color. Guys, be careful and grab a true white color without any shades. So, and after that I have BooStudio watercolor brush, and I'm gonna go and add some points. And I want to show you that you can play with the different modes. And if you place to normal, you see that you can make it lighter if you use an add mode. Make it less lighter, less visible, but in this way it looks very natural. I like this layer. So that's our first paint, and now I'm gonna go and turn off our frame because we don't need it. And now let's return to the second one, and it's here. After I want to move our mountains and place them here. And now I'm gonna return to my rectangle layer. Selection tool, automatic. Yep. And just create a new layer that is above, underneath, it doesn't matter, of mountains. And let's keep drawing. And now it's dusk, so the sky should be lighter, obviously. And I'm gonna go and grab my BooStudio watercolor brush. And we'll move to light purple color. And I do like, you see, it looks like it's a real watercolor. Okay, cool. Now, first of all, I'm gonna go and grab my BooStudio blender watercolor, and I want to blend some colors all together. And you might see how beautiful it is. And huge blender watercolor. So let's go and grab our selection tool freehand. Well, now let's darken some areas. And how we're gonna do that, I'm gonna go and grab. So as you might see, unlike the first picture, second one, the darkest areas we have on the top. So next step is I actually want to highlight some areas at our mountain, because this is daytime, and as you might see, we have more sun and it reflects from the mountain, from the peaks of mountain. That's it. We can turn off our frame, and guys, this is the end of our class. Now you know how to draw universe, and see each other later.